Hi, it's Adele Michael. I'm here with Suzanne Lynch for this week's Accessing Wholeness. I am a business coach for women coaches, consultants, and service providers who want to face their fear of visibility, get out into the world with their work, and have a greater impact, more profitability, and more fulfillment. And Suzanne is here because she's got such a rich background that she'll tell you about.
Right. Thanks, Adele. Yeah, I'm Suzanne Lynch. I am a wellness coach, and I work with people on the basics that are so important, like sleep, nourishment, and movement, all those things that we all seem to need help with. And I love that work. And I also have for many years, like over 20 years, taught yoga and meditation. So I have an online yoga program that's a lot of fun. And I also, when we can travel again, I have run trips to Italy in the past, retreats. And so that's how I first actually saw you in person.
That's right. At the Rome airport.
I know, that was super fun. So anyways, so that's my background. But we're here together because, and I love the name of this group, Accessing Wholeness. And why do we do this? Well, when we come together and focusing on this wholeness that is already there is so important. And over the weekend, I taught a workshop, and my spiritual director said, the trouble is we haven't been told from the beginning that we're already whole, that we're already good people, right? So when we come together and focus in this particular way on this wholeness and these intentions, it can begin to change the energy and our minds, right? Which are all important. So it can begin to change ours, and it can begin to change, others' reality as well. Right. And there have been lots of studies on the power of prayer and the power of intention. But sometimes it's hard on our own to keep doing it alone. So this is why we want to do this every week. And we invite you to join us. And, it's such a blessing to start the week this way too. So
yes, we've really gotten a lot out of it. I've noticed that it's a way to reset and calm down and get positive rather than focusing on the negative or the worrisome, which is so typical of us as humans. So I'm glad we're here together.
Especially now. Yeah. So
why now, Suzanne? Is anything going on?
Anything going on? Yes, it is. And we all have probably at this point have been touched by the pandemic, right?
That's right.
In ways that, some are big and some are small, but massive, right? Massive at this point as it goes on. And I think more and more people are affected, like personally, right? Not just by having to stay in, but, we all maybe know people who are sick.
Right. Or suffering or...
or suffering.
Mentally suffering, mentally, emotionally suffering. I think you've said before that dentists are finding that there are more cracked teeth through grinding, because of those strong jaw muscles that were so tense.
Right. And when we have anxiety, it's often even at night that we're clenching our teeth. So I've been teaching a lot around that, on how do you, help that. But you're right. I mean, and we're energy beings. So even if we feel like, well, I'm in a pretty good state, we're affected by the energy all around us.
Yeah, we really are. And I know for myself, I keep I'm kind of like a swan. I keep a fairly even keel top, and underneath I might be struggling or having anxiety or worry that I'm not even consciously aware of. So So I know I've been clenching and grinding more in the past few months than before.
Right. And then, everything is very unknown still.
Right.
It is very unknown. So it's almost like, we're in this process right now. And so I feel like it's more important than ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a constant practice.
Yes.
To look
yes.
at what's coming up and, actually during the workshop this weekend, that's what we talked about. How can we focus our minds in positive ways, right? With, not denying all of this suffering is going on, and yet what can we bring to the situation of the suffering, right?
Yes.
That will support everyone.
Right. Because we're all giving, loving people and we want to help other people. And we're so restricted now about that. So doing it energetically and through thought and intention, or if you like to call it prayer is really, really important. Yeah. So if you want to find out more about Suzanne, she's at SuzanneLynchWellness.com and I'm at AdeleMichael.com. And yeah, you have to spell my name right. So anything else that you wanted to add before I tell people how we're going to do this?
No, I think we're good. I mean, it's just been so great to keep meeting through this, isn't this? Every Monday to have this little time to reset. So
yes, and realize that we're powerful beings. That's the other message I've been getting. It's like, don't think you're helpless. Do not think you're helpless. So how we're going to do this is we're going to imagine that we form a circle with Suzanne and me and you and whoever else you think would be concerned and like to participate. And then we're going to ask that we get grounded and lit up. And then we're going to send the light around the circle and the circle will become light. And into the middle of the circle, we'll put our intention for this week, which we'll show you in just a second. And then we just let the light do the work and Suzanne will time us and then she'll bring us out with a blessing. And so that's simple. You don't have to really do anything except be present with the intention. And if you see things or hear things or feel things, great. And if not, you're here. And if you're doing this live or later, we're still here doing it together. That's just the way that quantum physics works. Okay, so here's our intention for today that Suzanne's going to tell us.
So the intention for today and this week is peace, love, resources, and safety for all around the world.
Yeah. Okay, so if you would get comfortable in your seat. Whew. And take a nice deep breath in and release anything that wants to go. Breathing in peace, love, resources, and safety. And breathing out anything that is not that. One more nice deep breath in, bringing in the newness and the festivity of the holiday season. And breathing out whatever is not that. Good. So if you would like to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you'd like to take a soft focus, do that. Notice your sit bones on your chair. Notice the chair supporting your back, the earth supporting your chair and your feet. Send a taproot down from the base of your body, down from your tailbone, down into the earth, deep, 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 deep into the earth. And wrapping that taproot around the core. You may see it as a crystal, you may see it as molten, you may see it in any way you want to. Know it, feeling grounded, feeling right in this moment. Bringing that earth energy of groundedness, centeredness, support, and resources back into your body, letting it mix and mingle with all the cells, tendons, organs, muscles in your body. And now imagine from the center of the cosmos comes a gorgeous light, a light of love, peace, resources, and safety. You may see it, you may feel it, it may have a color or a glimmer or a shimmer or a glitter. And it comes down into your body and beautifully mixes and mingles with the earth groundedness that's already there. Because you are earth and light, literally earth and light. And as this gets more vibrant and more clear in your body, stronger and stronger, it begins to move out into the biosphere, that bubble of life around you in all directions, front, back, side, side, up and down, making sure it penetrates completely in the back, giving you protection and support. And now the light is becoming so vigorous and so vital that it wants to move. So imagine holding hands in a circle with your beloveds and those who are concerned about the safety and peace of those on the planet. And the light begins to move out of your right hand into the left hand of the person next to you, and it circles around the circle, going faster, brighter, calmer, more and more beautiful until the whole circle just illuminates. And into the middle of the circle, we put our intention: peace, love, resources, and safety for all around the world. Peace, love, resources, and safety for all around the world. As you place that intention into the middle of the circle, the light begins to work. It is self-intelligent. You don't have to do anything except hold the vision of the circle of light. And if there's a person or a situation you'd like to put into the light, including yourself, do that now into the middle of the circle, and I'll be quiet until Suzanne brings us out.
And now, keeping your eyes closed, we'll end with a blessing from Brianna Sousey. And she says, breathe in a blessing on the skies above your head and your visions of creativity, goals, and desires, and your future. And release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. Breathe in a blessing on the ground beneath your feet and all of the creatures, seen and unseen, who form your local community. And release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. Breathe in a blessing on your physical body. Release your breath on an exhale of gratitude. You may say aloud or silently the words, thank you. You can slowly open your eyes.
Thank you, Suzanne. That was lovely.
Yeah, it was really good. What did you have anything that you saw or felt?
Yeah, I could feel all the people who've been affected by COVID in one way or another, and the people who are grieving because they've lost a loved one and maybe weren't able to get to them if they were, in assisted living or something. And, putting them in the circle gave me a sense of peace. And just, it just felt like it was really important to have a little space for celebration. We've made it through a very, very tough year. And so this holiday season is coming at a lovely time, to celebrate that we're alive, and whatever traditions that you have for Christmas, whether you can get together with your family or not,
Right. Like Christmas and Hanukkah right now is going on, and it's like the return of the light. And even though, it's like this little glimmer, right?
Yes.
That it's there is amazing. And it was interesting during the meditation. It was really funny because usually I'll put people in, and then all of a sudden it was like the earth is like, let me just get in the middle here. Like, so the whole planet just got itself in the middle. And I just visualized the light moving around all of us, because for all of us, peace and love and safety and resources, to just like, because it does seem like it's just, there's so much lack right now, so that the resources that are there, could be seen and felt and, held, in kind of a planetary way. So that was pretty cool.
That's great. And we're talking on the 14th of December 2020 right now. And in about 15 minutes, we're going to have a new moon in Sagittarius and a solar eclipse. So it's opening the window for a lot of new energy to come through. And next Monday, the 21st, will be solstice, and it'll be the conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which will, in 0 degrees Aquarius, which will open a whole new portal. Can't wait to see what that looks like.
I know. It is like this incredibly intense time. I know. It's exciting, but it's also scary. Everything, like all the emotions here. Ooh-wee. So I'm so glad we're meeting together, and that, I'm hoping people are enjoying this, and they're welcome to comment and make suggestions. And we're so happy. We're so happy you're here.
Great. Okay. Well, we're going to end now. We'll see you next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern right here. And thank you for being with us. And happy Hanukkah, if that's what you're celebrating this week.
Yes, and Merry Christmas. And we'll be going into the new year too.
Exactly.
So it's great.
See you next week.